Hello. How is everybody doing today? I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to hop on here while I do some saging. And then we will start our reading for today. Hopefully you guys are all having a good Monday. Maybe having a little more energy than me. Hey, Nina. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's not morning. I don't know why I'm saying that still. That shows you it's been a crazy day if I'm saying it's still morning, right? So how's everybody doing? I've been trying to give everyone a better time. We're trying out 3 o'clock. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Lisa. Good afternoon. We're trying the 3 o'clock time frame. See how it works with everyone. I know no time's going to be perfect with everyone, but you know how it goes. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and get started, and then we'll let people kind of pop in and out of here and catch up later if they need to. So, okay, so a few things. We are finishing the full moon phase that we are in. There's just like a little bitty type of a sliver left. Hey, Dee. Hey, Carrie. So we're still technically considered to be in the full moon phase. So that's good. So you still have time to manifest. You still have time to light more candles, set your intentions, put your good thoughts out there. My one eye looks really red, doesn't it? All that good stuff. So my allergies have been nutty this last week. So make sure you do that. I like to just kind of take the opportunity to use as much of that full moon energy and that good yummy energy as we can. So if you have opportunities to continue to do it, why not, right? So definitely do that. The other thing is with manifesting, we are in the perigee phase right now, which means that everything is magnified, everything's intense because we're moving from the full moon phase, if I can speak here, into the next phase, which I believe is the waning gibbous. So, and I could be wrong on that because I am a lot. But when we get into those in-between phases, that's a big part of everything being intense and magnified and more emotional, more energy, more tired, everything like that. Oh yeah, you can still do all the good stuff today. We're at the last little bitty toenail of it. So you definitely can, Stephanie, no problem. The other thing is we are in Virgo right now as far as the moon zodiac phase. So they rule the intestines. So keep that in mind. It's going to have to do with your metabolism. It's going to have to do with intestines. So just make sure, you're doing everything you can to keep things good there. You don't want stuff getting, backed up, I guess would be a good way to put it. You guys are probably like, why is she even talking about this? But someone out there might be watching this and going, aha, that's why I felt that way yesterday. So that's why I tell it. But just remember, everything's going to be enhanced. Everything's going to feel more emotional, but that's okay. Okay. So we are in Monday. Yes, Lisa, that's funny. We are Monday the 13th. The 13th already. I can't believe it, of January. So let's see what our angels and guides have for us today. I know it is really important right now. I don't know why I tapped all those back in that were popping out. There we go. We got one jumping out. Destiny. But it's been very intense and it's been very emotionally confusing for people. It's been a really hard time to really be able to focus in on what you're wanting and what you're aiming towards, or it's oddly enough for the full moon phase. And this can happen sometimes where you just kind of feel like you're kind of sitting in this in-between limbo phase, where you've been doing your manifesting and you feel like you've been putting all the work in, but yet you're not receiving any of the benefits from it. You're not receiving anything back yet. So just know that that's normal right now. It has to do with the energy. It has to do with the healing. It has to do with all that good stuff. So just keep that in mind, that you're not the only one that feels like you're just kind of floating in the middle right now. It's just that weird energy right now. And the phase that we're in, we've talked about all the healing and the self-help and all this stuff that we have to do. And the healing and working on the inside. So there's going to be this really odd in-between phase where you're like, I don't know what to do next. I don't know where to go. So just know that that's normal, and everybody's kind of feeling that way, I feel like, that it's not just you, okay? We got destiny and we got confirmation, okay? So that's just a really good way of letting you know that wherever it is that you're confused about, or you feel like you're sitting stagnant, or you're waiting to hear responses from a job or response from someone that you reached out to, it's important to know that you're headed in the right direction, you're going the right way, or just in between kind of answers right now to all this. So it's interesting in how all the energies are coming through this week. It could have to do with it being Monday too. Monday is not always the best day to look for news that's coming forward. Most people don't do don't do business on Mondays because of this, as far as like signing contracts, that type of thing, just because most people are kind of like trying to work their way back into the week. So it could be either, to be honest. There is someone that's being kind of judgy right now, kind of judgy of you. I don't feel this could be you, very well could be you, but I feel like it's more of an outside looking in thing too. So whoever this is that's kind of standing back and watching you and giving you the eye and kind of judging what you're doing and how you do things. We just need you to turn the other cheek. Just need you to turn the other cheek. That's the best way to put it. As much as we're going to want to be bothered by it because everything's emotional and everything's more intense, you just can't, because that's what this person is looking for, is that type of a reaction. And if you don't give them that reaction, they can't get anything out of it, and they'll kind of like move on and move on their merry way. So try not to give it too much energy, even though it's just kind of annoying, to be honest. So hopefully, if you're watching this, you know who I'm talking about. And then we have a lot of synchronicities popping up as far as numbers that are going to be popping up again. This comes in quite often. Some of us get them as signs all the time of things that are coming. Some of us don't get them all the time. It's just kind of random when they pop up or when we start to notice things around us. So just something to be aware of, to watch out for. Okay. And I've been like super exhausted today, by the way, not because I had like some crazy intense weekend. It was just, I actually was at a lot of kids' sports, but you can even see it in my eyes. It's just like, I kind of look sleepy, but it's all the energy. So just a matter of being able to take it in and feel it and experience it and keep like moving it through. As long as you're not sitting stagnant with it, that's the most important thing. All right, so we got sensitivity and we got the fortune cookie. So you're definitely going to be way more sensitive to things going on around you, which is why we could be getting bothered by whoever this person is that's judging, okay? Whoever is being fickle, whoever is being judging. That's the best way I can put it. We're going to be extra sensitive to it. Another thing is like touch, feelings, that type of thing is all going to be super enhanced this week, which is really interesting. But we also got the fortune cookie. So there's really good things coming. There's money coming in, there's abundance coming in, and we definitely feel a pull to where we're going. It's just a matter of like getting to the other end of the rope. So wherever you're being pulled and you're just trying to get to the end of it, that's kind of how I feel right now. And that's kind of how I see everything, is just trying to like move in that direction and focus on whatever that is that we need to focus in on, which I have no focus today. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that way. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that's interesting, Stephanie. It's just kind of the energies today. It's just very strange. Yeah. So, I mean, you just keep rolling with it and we'll move past it, and tomorrow's going to be better. But, you know, a lot of times when we're getting a lot of energy or a lot of downloads or a lot of anything coming at us, or we're changing and we're growing into this person that we want to be or that we're meant to be, it can be very draining, and it can be really quickly to where it manifests physically, even though it's a lot of like internal work that we're doing right now. So just kind of, you know, I always say there's nothing wrong with like taking those days where you do nothing. They're mental health days. You really need to just sit and like take stuff in sometimes and let stuff run its course, or just to have a moment to breathe sometimes. And especially as parents, and especially as hard workers and business owners and regular people, we need that breath. We need to just sit back and be like, I need a day to just like recoup and take all this in. So that's very, very normal. Hi, Rebecca. I was thinking about you today, actually. I was going to message and see how you're feeling. So I will, I'll message you later here too. I hope you're feeling good. Hi. Oh no, Cindy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, we're definitely all sending you some love and light, that's for sure. Yeah, absolutely, Lisa. We got to have those days where we do nothing and it feels amazing and we don't feel bad about it at all. You don't need to feel bad about it. Sometimes we just have to do it. Especially when we're on the go constantly and trying to do all this crazy stuff. Okay, so let's see what our moon cards have to say about our emotion and the heaviness we're carrying. What's going on with that right now? I have another, I've got them jumping out at me, 3 of them, okay? And I do have another giveaway that I'm going to do at the end of the week this week. I have a deck of cards that we're going to do for sure, an angel deck. And they're really pretty. They have really pretty like writings to them. These ones have like the explanation under them as far as what it means or what you're pulling. So that's the reason I chose this deck as far as one that I'm going to do as a giveaway, because even if you don't read cards or you've always wanted to, but you aren't quite sure like how to do it or where to start or where to go, but you have interest in them, it's a really easy one to just be yourself and like pull them and be like, oh, okay, it says like there's a move coming. So you're actually able to read it on there and you don't have to go through and like refer to a book on every single card that you're pulling, because normally you would just have to memorize every card and what they mean. So that is coming up. So yes, they're good ones. They're good ones. Okay, so here's what popped out. Sorry, I got off topic there. So it says nothing is set in stone. So just know that whatever it is that you're going through and you're feeling, whether it's pulling you down or you're feeling held back or you're feeling confused about your situation and everything that's going on, know that nothing is set in stone. Everything can change. Your decisions you make can change day to day. So I can sit here and I can do a reading for you and I can tell you, like, here's where your angels are going to say that you're going to go. And this is where your life path is taking you. And this is what I see. But if you turn and you go to the left and you're like, no, I think I want to see what's over here, you have that right to go that way. You have that free will, those choices. That's the best part of like being a being right now, and like our soul body and our light body that we have, that we can make those decisions. We have free will choice, which is why your angels and guides can't step in and help you with these things until you make that free will choice or you ask for their assistance. So know that nothing is set in stone. So if you change your mind, you have that right to do that and you can make that decision. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay. This has to do with what we've been talking about finding who we want to be, about finding what we want, what we truly want, not what once was, but what is now. What do we want now? Like everybody has those times where it was like, oh, this was so wonderful when this and this and this happened. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to be that way. And you have to learn to grow and adapt with that. And if that isn't suiting your higher self and filling you up and making you feel loved and comfortable and happy, then you know that it's not going to work for you on this plane at this time. A new start is coming, and that's the third one that popped out. So this is telling me that everything that's been holding you back from the past and everything that's been like a roadblock where you feel confused and pulled and torn in what to do in this situation, that there's something new coming. Okay. So it's all a part of healing. And sometimes like these feelings get brought up and they get to the point where it's almost like you're reliving everything again. That would probably be the best way to put it, is having to go through this situation again. And it's exhausting. And you're just thinking like, what could I do to make this easier? Would this make it easier to have to live through this and feel this and think about this? Or would it be easier if I just like felt it and forgave the situation, forgave what happened, and moved forward and onto this like new light at the end of the tunnel? So that's where it has to come to your choice, where you decide which way you're going to go. If you're going to go right or left, it's like Alice in Wonderland. Are you going to go, to the area where is most familiar but there's darkness at the end of it because you've been there and you've seen it? Or are you going to go down this other path that's light and bright and full of possibilities and all this new stuff that you get to explore, and it's an adventure? And of course it's scary because you've never gone that way, but there's also so much to look forward to there. So that's how it's being shown to me anyways. Yeah, and absolutely, Steph. And everybody feels connections in different ways and feels pulled in different ways. And, I always ask for these cards to be enough of a solid message where it can connect to you into what you're going through. So how it connects with one person and the meaning behind them can connect to a completely different person with a different situation, but the meaning and the feeling and the hurt or the emotion attached to it is going to be the same way. So it's really awesome how they're able to put that out there to give everyone a peace of mind instead of having to go through and try to do, 20 different readings all at once and make sure everyone feels fulfilled with their questions. So, and of course, we can always do private readings on the side aside from this, but this is something that I can do for you to help you today and what you're going through now, and not have to spend that money and not have to go, especially if everybody is not in that situation. So that's why it was important for me to do it this way. Okay, we haven't done our tarot moon cards yet. So let's pull those and just kind of see what kind of a timeline we're on as far as this is going, because this emotion's hard, and it's, unfortunately, I think I'm already getting numbers. As some of you, I know we've talked about this before. Some of you, this is going to go on for a couple years. It's just going to be something that you fight healing. Just the feelings of responsibility, or that there was something you could have done to prevent it, or your guilt inside the situation. But for some of you, this is something you're going to feel and bring up and be able to revisit and relive. And within 3 months, you're going to feel like a new person. So there is definitely an ending in sight. There is a hope out there, but it's going to be different for everyone, because everyone's thought process and healing process is so differently. And some of you, especially those of you it's going to take longer, in a couple years, already know it. You're like, oh, no, I'm not even ready to go there yet. So you know who you are. The rest of you, we got a couple months to work on, but that's okay, because I'm gonna be here with you, and we're gonna go through it together. And let me know when you're having emotional days or having a hard time, because it is hard. It's hard to go through. All right, so let's see, what do we need to know from our cards for Monday, January 13th of 2020. I had 2 jump out here at the end. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the 4 of Wands, which is interesting because with both of these cards, it has to do with emotion, okay? Both of them have to do with a want in a current situation. So we have the exact opposite here. So this is really interesting how it's coming through. Here's how you perceive yourself: alone, feeling like you don't have much around you or much surrounding yourself. And this is what you want, is that connection, or to at least feel that connection again. For some of you, that's going to be extending your family. For some of you, that's going to be finding that connection with your husband again. For some of you, that's going to be finding your people, your tribe, your people that you want around you to fill you up and to have someone to put all your energy and time into. So it's very different, but how you're perceiving yourself now is that you just don't have that. You don't have anything and you feel very much secluded. Okay, so let's see what backs us up here. 8 of Swords. So a lot of you feel like it's your fault that you're in this situation, whether you backed in, and once that took a turn to where you were more open, they were like, I don't know what to say now, because I pulled myself back from everyone and I want to reinsert myself into this group and I really don't know how. So it's really a matter of being able to put yourself out there. And that's the hardest part. There are people coming in. You have to let go of the guilt. You have to let go of literally falling on your own sword and feeling like you could have done so much more to prevent this. A lot of you are looking for that really like group connection again, like that solid core of friends. Some of you have it. Some feel like you miss it because you had it and you lost it. So it's interesting in how it comes through, but it all has to do with feelings and self right now. 100%. And aside from the major arcana cards that came through, every one of the cards that came through was either sword or wands, having to do with inner struggle and outer struggle as far as like your surroundings. None of them had to do with anything money-wise or financially. So that's really interesting how those came through. All right. Well, good. I'm glad these are resonating with you guys. All right. One more deck. All right. We will do our angel cards and pull these. How are we doing on time? 25 minutes. Not too bad. And we'll see what our angels and guides have to say for today in conclusion from our reading. What else we need to know. If there's anything I left out that they want to throw in. We'll see what's going on here. I believe tomorrow I will be able to hop on here early again. Let's see. Tomorrow is the 14th. And yeah, so tomorrow I'll be early again. So I will be at 11:15 probably. 11 or 11:15. So I will make a post. That way you know and you can hop on here. I know the times change all the time. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right, so what do our angels and guides want us to know in conclusion for today for our reading on January 13th, 2020? We got one that popped out here. Stand up for yourself and believe in what's right. Don't back down. That's awesome. Okay, so know that whatever it is that you're holding in, that you're trying to heal from, that you're trying to part from, they want you to stand up for yourself. They want you to put your feelings out there, and they want you to be able to walk forward and move forward from that. Okay. The other one that we have right on top was easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything occurs in perfect timing. So if I can speak correctly, for those of you that are frustrated on timing, are waiting for an answer, are waiting for a connection, are waiting for someone to reciprocate feelings back to you, or to just have a matter of having things come to a closure or have a feeling of closure, it's coming. But you can't dictate the time and when it happens, okay? You can't say, I need this to be this week. You may need it to be this week. I'm not saying that. But the main thing is the universe is the one in charge of that as far as bringing you together when you're supposed to, or making things come back together the way they were before. So keep that in mind, that you can't choose or predict a time as far as how all this goes, okay? They have specifics in mind of how they're going to do things and when they're going to do things. And we have no say in that. And that's very hard because of patience, right? We all want it to happen yesterday. And I have the worst time with that. But it's a matter of waiting for their timing. And that's a good thing to do, because sometimes when we think the timing is right, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Sometimes it's just a matter of impatience and waiting for everything to come together on our part. Glad, Dee. I'm glad it was spot on for you. So for those of you that want to do your energy healing now, we're going to do a quick one and just give us all kind of a boost that we need. So go ahead and get in a comfortable position if you're going to be doing the energy healing part. If you're hopping off here, thank you for stopping on and listening today. And I love you and I appreciate all of you. And come back and do the energy healing tonight, because it'll at least give you a boost. Or you could do it in the morning if you want that boost of energy then. Absolutely, Lisa. All right. So for those of you that haven't done this before, we're going to go ahead and start at 10 and count backwards to 1. As we do that, the energy is going to build, and then I'm going to transfer the energy to you at once we get to a 1. By saying that you're ready, you're giving a thumbs up. I already see some of you doing it. You're acknowledging that you accept this energy healing, that you want the energy healing, because it's definitely not something you should feel forced to do. And you can come back and watch them as many times as you want. So this should be a very powerful one as far as an energy push. All right. Stephanie will throw a little extra your way, right? So you're feeling better today. Okay. And Cindy, I do send you so much love and light. I'm so sorry to hear. We're all giving you a big hug from here. Okay. So go ahead and get comfortable and go ahead and close your eyes. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's make this second one an even bigger one. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Continue to keep your eyes closed and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, releasing any tension that you're carrying, any heaviness, any worry, any fears. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Energy transfers now. Sending love and light and energy to all areas of your body. Any places that need healing from pain or discomfort. Surrounding you with love and light emotionally as you go through these hard times of healing with past events, filling those voids with white light and protection and love and abundance and success. Take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay. Hopefully everyone felt a good blast of energy from that, or at least a relaxing one where you just feel like you can breathe today and feel at least a little more. You put your shoulders down and not so tense, right? Oh, good, Cindy. Yeah, it was strong energy today. I did a couple energy healings this morning and they were very, very strong and buzzy. That's good, Carrie. That means you needed it. Lots of tingles. Felt a huge presence in the room. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, guys. Okay, so we are going to hop off here for today. Apparently there's a big college football game tonight that we'll be watching in our house. And which means I have to put off The Bachelor tonight. So that's not cool, but we're going to watch it tomorrow instead in Presley. So for the rest of you guys, I send you all so much love and light. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hopping on here today. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hit the little bell. That way you'll get alerts when I go live. If you want to set up a private reading at any point, all that information is below, and you can follow me on social media there too. But I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing Monday and feel very zen and relaxed now. And we will talk to you soon, guys. We'll see ya.